Let's look at page 100, practice now 6. Okay, they give you a second derivative. Eventually, they ask you to find what's the equation of the curve, your y. Meaning, what you need to do is to integrate how many times? We just have to integrate twice from second derivative back to y. So let's do the first integration. So we're going to integrate our second derivative. Once I get my answer, okay, remember the plus c. And let's think, how do we continue with this step? So this would be dy dx is my gradient. And I know my dy dx is -1. I'm going to rewrite the expression. Yeah, before we actually sub in, it's important for you to simplify. Get the method mark first. So 16 divided by -8. It should be -2, 1 minus 2x power 4 plus c. Okay, this will be your method mark. This is a very good point brought up. What should I sub in as my value of x plus 1? How we know? They give us this point, the gradient of the curve at this point Q, where my x equals to 1 is -1. So I'm going to sub in x is 1, my dy dx is -1 because my gradient is -1. So now let's sub in the value. My eventual c constant will be 1. Okay, now we are ready to sub it back into dy dx. After I sub it back into dy dx, what should I do next? Remember, my eventual objective is to get y. Means I will integrate one more time to get y. Last step is to sub in your x equals to 1, y equals to 0.8. How I know is these values? Because they gave us point Q. So this is 1 point of the graph. So my eventual c, do you get 0? Okay, and then final step, rewrite the equation. Okay, rewrite your final equation, and this will be my equation of the curve. And I'm done.